Cowboy Jack here today. Billy Bones the parrot, Billy Bones little junior, Billy Bones wife, and ducks and cows and stuff like that. Today we got on the Resistol, top dollar hat, the Resistol cowboy hat, because we're talking about Autry, Oklahoma. It's got quite a little bit of history behind it. And for those of you who do not live here in the United States and are not of the age, Autry was a huge radio star and a huge movie star. He had a rodeo. He had a traveling rodeo. He made a really lot of money, owned a couple of professional, I think, baseball teams. And from a boy that was born in Tioga, Texas back in September of 1907, he went a long way. I think upon his death, his value was around $350 million, which is a lot of money in those days, and still, still a lot of money today. But quite a history behind Autry, Oklahoma, and we're going to go show it to you. Everybody, till I see you at the end of the movie, maybe, Captain Jack, Billy Bone, Billy Bone, all those people saying adios. Look at that sign.
I know that. That's a We're on Autry, and that's also Autry.
And that's what I said. Both roads, to the left and straight ahead, say Autry. Do not take the road straight ahead. It'll take you about 45 miles out in the country, and you got to start all over from scratch trying to find Autry. We're going to talk about Autry, Oklahoma today, and we're going to visit Autry, Oklahoma today. Now, this town was originally called Lou, L-O-U, but the name has been changed 3 times between 1883 and 1941. The current name, Autry, of course, honors the cowboy film and actor and sometimes singer Poorly of Autry, who bought a nearby ranch in 1941. Now, there was a store opened in the 1870s, which was then in the Chickasaw Nation, or Chickasaw Territory, I guess, and they called the post office Lou. Well, the mailroom was moved about 4 months later and renamed Dresden. And when the Gulf, Colorado, and Santa Fe Railroad, which you've heard a lot about, bypassed Dresden in 1887, everybody moved where the tracks were, and they called their new town site Berwyn. So now we've already had 3 names. And it developed as a farming community. They had, flour mills and warehouses, and it was a pretty nice little town. And it even had a newspaper called the Berwyn Light. So the town's population peaked up to 436 in about 1920. Well, Autry came in 1941, the year I was born, and he bought 1,200 acres and what he named the Flying A Ranch to house the headquarters for his traveling rodeo. So Berwyn was renamed Autry, you'll see a picture of that, and 35,000 people came to the naming ceremony November the 16th, 10 days before I was born, of 1941. They included even the governor of the state. Now, World War II broke out, just afterwards, and Autry joined the United States Army Air Corps and sold the Flying A Ranch. They say that there's 157 people in this town. We would doubt that very, very much, but, just let it go. So here is Autry, Oklahoma.